Some cars turn heads, others start conversations, but a rare few, they define an era. Today, we're stepping into the driver's seat of true automotive royalty and exploring 6 of the most iconic classic sports cars of all time. These are cars that give off that old money aesthetic and exude timeless style. These aren't just machines. They're rolling works of art driven by true gentlemen. Hand-built legends that whispered class, roared with power, and left their tire marks all over popular culture. If that sounds interesting, then let's take a drive through some of the most timeless cars ever made. Our first section is dedicated to the Italian stallions, and these 2 cars are true legends of the 1960s. First up, we have the 1968 Ferrari 365 GTB4. When Ferrari initially released the 365 GTB4, journalists quickly dubbed it the Daytona, a nod to Ferrari's sweep of the 1967 Daytona 24 Hours. With a long bonnet, sharply creased lines, and sleek-looking headlights, it looked more aggressive than its predecessors. Under the hood was a ferocious V12 that delivered serious performance and a spine-tingling soundtrack. Despite the arrival of mid-engine rivals, Ferrari stuck to its front-engine roots here, and it worked. With 352 horsepower and a top speed of 174 miles per hour, it could go 0 to 60 in 5.4 seconds. The Daytona was a gentleman's missile, brutally fast but refined in the right hands. It became a favorite both in car culture and pop culture, notably featured in early episodes of Miami Vice, albeit in replica form. It was the last of Ferrari's front-engine GTs before the modern era took over. Our second Italian stallion is the 1962 Maserati 3500 GTI. The 3500 GTI marked Maserati's transition from the racetrack to the road. It was their first production car built in significant numbers and one of the first to feature fuel injection, hence the I. Styled by Touring of Milan, it was a masterclass in understated elegance. Chrome accents, wire wheels, and a low-slung body made it a sight to behold, but it never shouted for attention. With its 220 horsepower and a top speed of 137 miles per hour, it cruised rather than sprinted, ideal for long-distance grand touring across Europe. Its inline-6 engine delivered a smooth surge of power, while the cabin surrounded drivers in handcrafted opulence. It was the car of choice for wealthy industrialists and aristocrats who wanted Italian flair with a touch of restraint. Moving on to our second section now, the German legends. Germans are known for their cars, and there are so many to choose from, but these 2 are some of the most iconic. I couldn't do this video without mentioning one of the most recognizable, and that's the 1955 Mercedes-Benz 300 SL Gullwing. The 300 SL Gullwing is as much of a sculpture as it is a machine. Introduced in 1954, it was the fastest production car of its time and the first to use fuel injection. It has 215 horsepower, a top speed of 160 miles per hour, and could do 0 to 60 in 8.8 seconds. But what really sets it apart were those gull-wing doors, a result of its innovative tubular space frame chassis. Its sleek design was matched by German precision engineering, making it a marvel of both form and function. Celebrities, royals, and racing enthusiasts all clamored for one. It was as comfortable on the racetrack as it was at con. Today, it's one of the most collectible cars in existence, a pure embodiment of elegance, innovation, and exclusivity. Our second German car needs no introduction, and that's the 1973 Porsche 911 Carrera RS 2.7. Widely considered the ultimate classic 911, the Carrera RS 2.7 was Porsche's first road car to wear the Carrera badge. Built to satisfy homologation requirements for racing, it was lightened, stiffened, and sharpened. The car had 210 horsepower, a top speed of 149 miles per hour, and could do 0 to 60 in 5.5 seconds. The famous ducktail spoiler wasn't just stylish, it was functional, helping reduce rear-end lift at high speeds. It had flared arches, a racing soul, and impeccable balance. Despite its track credentials, it remained a delight on the road, offering a visceral and connected driving experience. Only around 1,500 were made, making it rare and highly sought after. The RS 2.7 didn't just define future 911s, it defined what a sports car could be. And for our final section, we'll cover British icons. Now, these 2 cars truly left their mark not just on the automotive industry, but also in popular culture. The first British car that we'll talk about is the Jaguar E-Type Roadster. Unveiled at the Geneva Motor Show in 1961, the Jaguar E-Type caused a sensation. Its long bonnet, flowing lines, and low stance made it an instant icon. Enzo Ferrari called it the most beautiful car ever made, and coming from him, that's high praise. But the E-Type wasn't just a looker. Thanks to its lightweight monocoque design and disc brakes all around, rare at the time, it performed like a proper sports car. It could do 0 to 60 in 6.9 seconds with 265 horsepower, and a top speed of 150 miles per hour. It combined beauty, performance, and affordability in a way that no car had before. In Britain, it became a symbol of 1960s cool, driven by everyone from movie stars like Steve McQueen to music legends like Frank Sinatra. It's a car that equally looks good whether it's parked at home at a country estate or tearing through the twisty back roads. I saved the best and arguably the most iconic for last, and that's the 1963 Aston Martin DB5. The Aston Martin DB5 is more than just James Bond's ride. It's British motoring royalty. Debuting in 1963, it was an evolution of the DB4, but featured significant upgrades in both performance and style. The DB5 had 282 horsepower, a top speed of around 145 miles per hour, and could do 0 to 60 in 8 seconds. Under the hood was a refined straight-six engine that delivered smooth power with a signature exhaust note that was more gentleman than growl. Inside, it offered leather upholstery, walnut trim, and gadgets galore, if you were 007 that is. But its real charm was its balance, equal parts luxury and capability. It wasn't trying to be the fastest, but it was definitely trying to be the classiest. When it showed up in Goldfinger, it cemented its legacy in popular culture as the ultimate gentleman's car. Today, it's a symbol of British craftsmanship, restrained power, and enduring cool. And there you have it, 6 classic sports cars that weren't just built to drive, they defined an era. These machines carried more than just passengers. They carried elegance and legacies. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like as it helps out the channel, and subscribe if you like gentleman's content. And let me know in the comments below what your favorite classic car is. Thanks everyone for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.